All right, I have returned, and a lot earlier today, back to the normal time of doing it like midday when I can. It's been harder because work has been difficult, but here we are today on day 57. Yesterday was rest day, which is usually a nervous time for me. I'm going to be very strict about my time today because I have a meeting in 14 minutes, but I will get through what I normally get through, and if I can't wordle in time, I'll just press pause and then wordle after the fact. But yesterday was rest day, no check marks there. Nervous, stuck to my diet, finished at 1450 for calories. Wasn't too hard, actually. Had some veggies. I did okay. And then for dinner, I had cereal, actually. I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like making a lot of chicken. I just feel like having cereal, something a little bit sweeter than normal, and don't need a lot of protein on a rest day. So, yeah, that's what I went with. And I weighed in this morning, and turns out I went down a lot. So the 0.2 result I had yesterday was likely a result of having like 15 ounces of chicken for dinner. And that was, cooked on the grill, or on the Blackstone. I was like, oh, maybe it was extra calories, blah, blah, blah. It's because it was still sitting in my stomach. It no longer is. So 1.7 means over the last 2 days, I've lost 1.9 pounds, which puts me, at 0.95 pounds for the last 2 days. It was still running a bigger pace than I was expecting to see. I will say, from what I'm looking at, I think the most likely thing is, aside from my activity level, the Averon, I've gotten a lot more strict about my pace on it, and it's yielding a lot of positive results. So before we check anything else, let's just go ahead and show the total numbers for the month. Right now I'm at 15.6, total weight loss 43.8 since I started on December 1st. And I did manage to get in a row about an hour ago. So I get the check mark and the ding for that, which is awesome. So we haven't missed one since we were out in Las Vegas. I have like an alfalfa hair standing up right here, which is attached to a lot of other stuff. My hair has gotten a lot longer since I started doing this because I haven't had a haircut since then. But yeah, so pretty happy with the progress. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the sheet really quick. I'm going to zoom in because I say I'm going to zoom in for anyone who actually pays attention that can't see it very well. Since we got back from Las Vegas, obviously 8 days in a row, around 11 pounds down. So the damage that we did over the weekend, a couple weekends ago, has been corrected, and we're back on the right path. And we are definitely trending to be in the 310s, I don't know how to say it, below 320 before we go back out to Vegas to help my dad move. So very happy about that. So far, I was hoping to get 15 pounds out of 30 days, 31 days in January, and it looks like we're ahead of that goal as well. So doing really well there. 865 for calories. I have a 220 and a 300 calorie meal. And then I'm already planning out my shake and my apple that I'm going to have at 4:30. So by 2 p.m. meal, I'll see what I want to put on. If I do like 300, I'll still have 335 left over to cook with later today. So I'm debating how I want to do that. But yeah, I have some leeway because I really need to get some lettuce back in the house and some pre-made chicken, or just start meal prepping some chicken to have in there so I can just toss together salads. Because like a salad, a big substantial salad that'll leave me feeling like I ate too much. It's like 150, 200 calories max. And those are super helpful. So I need to get those back into my routine. But 1.7, obviously a really big number. One of the biggest numbers, if not the biggest number, since the after cheat day drop. So pretty good. I'm really, really happy with that. Things are looking good there. If we look at workout history, my most it didn't actually put, I mentioned this yesterday, it didn't put my workout from Sunday onto Monday. And I was like, I'll probably do 5 minutes. I was like, you know what? I don't need to cheat and lie to a machine. It's fine. And then I did my workout. I got 100 output, and I was in a meeting during it. So I was like playing a game for the 30 minutes I was doing the workout. Plus I was doing this meeting, and I'm there to listen. It's not something that I'm necessarily directly contributing to, but I was realizing like, man, my pace is fast. Like it is exactly what happens to me when I actually am able to run successfully, when I'm like lighter and I've built my like wind back, is that as long as I'm distracted, I can go at a really nice pace, which is awesome because it turns out that I can actually do that. I'm getting my 10-minute warning right now, but I can actually do that on the Averon too. So something to think about. I'll have to make some really good playlists that get me daydreaming, or maybe toss in an audiobook. Sorry, I got a message from work, so I want to make sure it's nothing urgent. It is not. It's just something for March planning. But yeah, 81,000 meters so far on this machine. I don't know if that puts me on pace to reach 100K, but I know I'm pretty close. So actually, if we just check meters if today 30 minutes gave me almost 5,000, I am on pace. So I am on pace to get to 100,000 meters, which would put me at silver level. I don't know if a full month of rowing, and 28 days is what I'm going to get for February. If a full month of rowing, including my rest days every fourth day, will get me to 200,000, because I think that's what gold is. But we'll find out. So we're going to move on to Wordle. I got some time. If you have already Wordled, don't tell me. If you haven't Wordled, look away. Today is not Clout Day. One day will be. All right, so that's interesting. My first instinct immediately is to put the S and the U at the front, because the U is not the fourth letter. So something like that. It also makes me want to double up the S, but let's play around with that a little bit. We have some time, so I don't have to really rush. It's interesting too, because if there was a double S, like hussy, which is something that is a word, it would also have had, the S in the fourth spot. So, unless it's something like pushy. Yeah. Okay. So we're on the right track there. The U as the second vowel, the U as the second letter. I'm guessing this is going to be K. So like musky. It's not a husky. What else? This should be pretty straightforward. So, dusky. I think dusky's the only other word that's a real word. Yep, there we go. Sussed it out. Got it. In 5. Not great, but we got it quickly too. So the system continues to work. Our streak is back up to 9. One day we'll get past our 148 streak. If we get to 149, the next goal is 365, which means I can't miss it at all. You're getting a quick preview of just some of the stuff that I was building out for some long form content, this is day 2, which was technically, I think, my first day streaming. And this is day 55. So this was 2 days ago. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think it's going well. And I do have more of a beard now, and I do need to shave and bring back my double chin shame to really drive me. But today was a kind of a rough day for me, because I was really thinking about the fact that, like, I see the progress on the scale. I'm not necessarily seeing it in my face. I'm fitting into some clothes a little bit better now. I wore a polo today that I haven't been able to wear comfortably in a while. But there's just still certain things where you just don't feel like you've done enough. And like, it's a process, it's day 57. I'm not doing a 60-day miracle cure weight loss program or anything like that. Like, this is just straight up getting back into healthy habits, where even if I decide to eat whatever I want, as long as I'm still adhering to like exercise and pacing myself as far as like calorie intake, I can just get back into that healthy lifestyle. And as of right now, obviously it's difficult, because my diet is strict. 1,500 calories is very strict, but bumping back up to 2,000 or even like 2,500 isn't something that's beyond the realm of possibility if I decide to expand my weightlifting. My 5K training plan is on hold until I get back from the doctor to find out what's wrong with my right foot. I think it's something to do with my Achilles, because my Achilles feels like it's been stabbed with a fucking knife. If I just go up on my tippy toes for longer than like 2 or 3 seconds, and then it'll feel like that for an entire day. So, yeah, all this to say, things are going well, but sometimes you need to toss something out there to actually see comparison. I'd like to go for a full year and then take the first or the second of each month, because I'm pretty sure this was on the 2nd, and I'd like to go through and say, like, this is what I look like on the 2nd of December, January, February, March, April, May, like all the way until next December, and see what kind of a difference it makes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna get prepped for my next meeting. So for anyone who joined, thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.